This foundational guide will help you develop the critical thinking skills necessary to make effective decisions and solve problems, a vital element for personal and professional success. You will learn how to recognize and overcome biases, challenge assumptions, engage with diverse perspectives, and build mental resilience. This book is ideal for students, professionals, and anyone seeking self-improvement, as it empowers you to achieve your goals and succeed in all aspects of life. Chapter 1. Introduction to Critical Thinking. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to navigate life's challenges effortlessly, while others struggle with even the simplest decisions? The secret lies in the power of critical thinking. This transformative skill is key to unlocking your full potential on both personal and professional levels. But what exactly is critical thinking? And why is it so crucial in our fast-paced, information-saturated world? Simply put, critical thinking is not about arguing or dismissing others' ideas. It is a structured approach to analyzing and evaluating information, forming judgments based on sound logic. It is the ability to step back from emotional reactions, view situations objectively, and consider multiple perspectives and possibilities. A common misconception is that critical thinking is an innate talent that cannot be developed. The truth is, critical thinking is a skill that can be learned and honed through practice, much like muscles strengthened through consistent exercise. By cultivating this skill, you will become better equipped to solve complex problems, make informed decisions, and face life's challenges with confidence. The benefits of critical thinking extend beyond classrooms or workplaces. In your personal life, it helps build stronger relationships by improving communication skills and increasing empathy. Professionally, critical thinking has become one of the most sought-after skills by employers across industries, distinguishing leaders and innovators from those who merely follow instructions. This book will guide you on your journey to developing critical thinking skills. You will learn how to challenge assumptions, confront biases, and tackle problems with flexibility and creativity. Are you ready to question your beliefs, expand your horizons, and discover your hidden potential? In the next chapter, we will explore self-awareness and personal growth. Chapter 2. Understanding your thinking patterns. Imagine your mind as a vast, unexplored terrain filled with hidden treasures of creativity and insight, but also riddled with pitfalls of bias and misunderstanding. To navigate this complex inner world effectively, you must first familiarize yourself with its contours. This is where the journey of critical thinking begins, with self-awareness. What is self-awareness? Self-awareness is the foundation of critical thinking. It is the ability to observe your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors as if you were an external observer. This skill allows you to recognize your thinking patterns, identify strengths and weaknesses, and understand how your experiences and beliefs shape your perceptions of the world. Tools for developing self-awareness. Mindful meditation. Practice mindfulness by focusing on your thoughts and feelings in the present moment without judgment. Take a few quiet minutes daily to sit and observe the flow of your thoughts. Over time, you will notice recurring themes, emotional triggers, and previously unnoticed thinking patterns. Reflective journaling. Writing down your thoughts, experiences, and reactions in a journal creates a tangible record of your inner world. Over time, this record can reveal new insights into your decision-making processes, emotional responses, and core beliefs. Confronting biases. As you develop self-awareness, you will inevitably encounter uncomfortable truths. We all have cognitive biases, systematic errors in thinking that lead to irrational decisions. For example, confirmation bias makes us seek only information that confirms our existing beliefs while ignoring contradictory evidence. Availability bias causes us to overestimate the likelihood of events that are easy to recall or imagine. Overcoming biases. Seek feedback. Ask trusted colleagues or friends for their perspectives on your strengths and weaknesses. Their insights can offer new angles you might miss. Embrace challenge. When encountering ideas that contradict your beliefs, resist the urge to defend yourself immediately. Instead, ask, "What if I'm wrong?" Resist defensiveness. Feeling discomfort when your beliefs or habits are challenged is natural. But remember, this discomfort is a sign of growth. Embrace it to develop the mental resilience required for critical thinking. By the end of this chapter, you will have a clearer picture of your mind's complexities. But this is just the beginning. In the next chapter, we will explore the core principles of critical thinking and build the tools needed to navigate even the toughest intellectual challenges. Chapter 3. Fundamentals of Critical Thinking. Imagine yourself as an explorer standing at the edge of a vast, uncharted wilderness. This land represents your mind, and the map in your hands is critical thinking. But like any skilled explorer, you need more than a map. You need the right tools and skills to navigate this complex terrain. Logical reasoning, the backbone of critical thinking. Logical reasoning is the foundation upon which critical thinking is built. It is the process of drawing conclusions based on evidence and valid arguments. Simply put, logical reasoning involves identifying premises, the information or assumptions you start with, and moving toward a logical conclusion. For example, all cats are mammals. Lucy is a cat. Therefore, Lucy is a mammal. This type of reasoning, known as deductive reasoning, ensures that if the premises are true, the conclusion must also be true. Recognizing logical fallacies. Not every argument that sounds logical is valid. Many logical fallacies can lead to flawed conclusions, even if the premises seem true. Common fallacies include ad hominem, rejecting an argument based on the person presenting it, rather than addressing the argument itself. False dilemma, presenting only two options as the sole possibilities when others exist. Slippery slope, assuming a single event will inevitably trigger a chain of negative events without evidence. Evidence-based thinking. Critical thinking relies not only on logic but also on verifiable evidence. This means basing conclusions on facts and reliable data rather than personal beliefs or emotions. To achieve this, seek credible sources. Be ready to revise your views when faced with new, compelling evidence. Developing a critical thinking mindset. To maximize critical thinking, cultivate these traits. Curiosity. Ask questions and explore new topics. Open-mindedness. Welcome ideas that challenge your beliefs. Intellectual humility. Acknowledge that your knowledge is incomplete and that you can learn from others. By the end of this chapter, you will understand the core principles of critical thinking, from logical reasoning to evidence-based analysis. But awareness is only the first step. In the next chapter, we will delve into cognitive biases, their impact on thinking, and powerful strategies to overcome them. Chapter 4. Overcoming cognitive biases. Imagine playing chess, confident in your strategy and predictions of your opponent's moves, only to realize half your pieces were invisible all along. This mirrors the challenge of cognitive biases, invisible players in the game of our minds, influencing decisions and judgments without our awareness. What are cognitive biases? Cognitive biases are systematic errors in thinking that affect judgments and decisions. They are not signs of low intelligence, but natural results of our mind's attempts to simplify information processing. While these mental shortcuts, or heuristics, help in daily life, they can mislead us in complex scenarios requiring critical thinking. Examples of common biases. Confirmation. Bias. Seeking information that confirms existing beliefs while ignoring counter-evidence. Example: advocating for a diet by sharing supporting articles while dismissing conflicting studies. Anchoring effect. Over-relying on the first piece of information received. Example: a car's initial price heavily influencing negotiations. even if arbitrary. Availability, bias. Overestimating the likelihood of easily recalled or imagined events. Example: fearing plane crashes more than car accidents, despite the latter being more common. Strategies to overcome biases. 1. Awareness and analysis. Ask yourself, am I only seeking confirming information, or am I relying too much on initial data? Exposure to diverse views. Actively seek opinions and sources that challenge your beliefs. Mental flexibility. Train yourself to consider alternative possibilities before settling on conclusions. Seek advice. Consult people from diverse backgrounds to identify blind spots. Intellectual humility. Accept that knowledge is limited, and changing your mind is a sign of strength. Embrace discomfort. Challenging cognitive biases is not easy. They are deeply ingrained. Feeling uneasy when confronting them is natural, but signals growth and progress. By the end of this chapter, you will be able to recognize biases affecting your thinking and apply practical strategies to overcome them. Yet, this is only one part of the critical thinking journey. In the next chapter, we will explore effective, problem-solving techniques and learn to transform major challenges into opportunities for innovation and creativity. Chapter 5. Effective, problem-solving techniques. Imagine standing before a massive tangled knot. At first glance, it appears so complex that it's hard to know where to begin. This knot represents the intricate, confusing, and sometimes seemingly unsolvable problems we face in life. However, with the right tools, even the most complex knots can be unraveled. Step 1. Define the problem clearly. The apparent problem is often just one piece of a web of interconnected issues. The first step is to break down the larger problem into smaller, more manageable parts, a process called problem decomposition. Think of it as untangling individual strands of the knot to simplify the challenge. Gathering information. After defining the problem, gather relevant information, a step often overlooked. Ask, what do I need to know? Consult diverse sources to gain multiple perspectives. Focus not just on surface symptoms, but dig deeper to uncover root causes. Generating solutions. Once the problem is clear, brainstorm potential solutions. This is where creativity shines. Use brainstorming sessions. Defer judgment on ideas initially, and encourage bold, unconventional proposals. Even seemingly strange ideas might spark innovative solutions. Evaluating solutions. After listing potential solutions, analyze their pros and cons. Consider both short and long-term consequences. Stay objective, avoiding personal preferences or biases. Implementing the solution and monitoring results. Choose the most promising solution and create an actionable plan. Break it into steps, set a clear timeline, and monitor progress. Be ready to adjust if results fall short of goals. Redefining the problem. Sometimes, how we frame a problem becomes the biggest obstacle. By re-examining the issue from new angles, we might uncover solutions we never considered. Facing obstacles. Feeling frustrated or overwhelmed when tackling a major problem is normal. When this happens, step back, clear your mind, and return. With fresh eyes, the solution may suddenly become clear. By the end of this chapter, you'll have a robust toolkit to tackle challenges. You'll understand the importance of precise problem definition, information gathering, solution generation, and implementation. But problem solving isn't the end of the journey. Critical thinking demands precise analysis of information and arguments. In the next chapter, we'll learn to separate fact from fiction and distinguish sound logic from fallacies. Chapter 6. Analyzing information and arguments. Imagine yourself as a detective at the scene of an intellectual crime. Before you lies a tangled web of claims, evidence, and conclusions. Your task is to unravel this web, distinguish truth from illusion, and expose logical flaws. This is the essence of analyzing information and arguments, a core skill in critical thinking. Elements of an argument. Every argument, no matter how complex, consists of three elements. Claims. Statements presented as true or actionable. Premises. Reasons or evidence supporting the claims. Conclusion. The point the argument seeks to prove. Example. Claim. All dogs are mammals. Premise. Rocky is a dog. Conclusion. Therefore, Rocky is a mammal. Evaluating evidence. When analyzing an argument, ask, is the evidence relevant to the claim? Is it credible and from reliable sources? Is it sufficient to support the conclusion? Beware of anecdotal evidence or cherry-picked data that paints an incomplete picture. Logical patterns and common fallacies. Arguments follow logical patterns. Some strengthen reasoning, while others weaken it. Valid reasoning. If premises are true, the conclusion must be true, e.g., deductive reasoning. Logical fallacies. Slippery slope. Assuming one event will trigger a chain of negative events without evidence. False correlation. Linking unrelated events, e.g., ice cream sales cause drownings because both increase in summer. Uncovering hidden assumptions. Arguments often rely on unstated assumptions. For example, the claim, taxes should be cut to boost economic growth, assumes tax cuts always lead to growth, an assumption needing scrutiny. Tips for developing analytical skills. Daily practice. Analyze news articles, ads, or social media posts. Many seemingly persuasive arguments crumble under scrutiny. Ask questions. Always interrogate sources, evidence, and implications of claims. Seek comprehensive perspectives. Avoid relying on a single source. Explore multiple viewpoints on the same issue. The goal of analysis isn't to prove others wrong or win debates, but to deepen understanding of complex issues and make informed decisions. By the end of this chapter, you'll confidently dissect complex arguments, distinguish valid from flawed reasoning, and evaluate evidence objectively. But critical thinking isn't just analysis. It also requires engaging with diverse perspectives. In the next chapter, we'll explore strategies for openness and empathy. Chapter 7. Engaging with diverse perspectives. Imagine entering a room where each wall is painted a different color, representing a unique worldview. As you move through the room, your vision shifts, revealing new color blends you hadn't noticed before. This mirrors the experience of embracing diverse perspectives, essential for honing critical thinking. Why diverse perspectives matter. Exposure to diverse views challenges assumptions, expands understanding, and sparks creative solutions to complex issues. Like adding colors to a painting, each perspective enriches our worldview. Challenges of openness. Engaging with opposing ideas isn't always easy. It requires stepping outside comfort zones and confronting beliefs that clash with our own. While uncomfortable, this discomfort often fuels profound personal growth. Strategies to broaden horizons. Exposure to diverse sources. If you typically consume content aligned with your beliefs, explore opposing viewpoints. For example, pair scientific articles with philosophical takes on the same topic. Active listening. Listen to understand, not just to reply. Ask, what drives this person's perspective? What values or assumptions underlie their stance? Empathy building. See the world through others' eyes, even if you disagree. Empathy fosters understanding and openness. Steelmanning. Instead of attacking weak points in an opposing argument, build the strongest possible version of it. This deepens your grasp of their perspective and refines your own reasoning. Making informed decisions. With diverse perspectives, decision-making becomes more complex but richer. You'll assess issues from multiple angles and weigh consequences with greater clarity. Balancing values and flexibility. Openness doesn't mean abandoning your values. The goal is to build deeper understanding and adopt positions rooted in critical thinking, not dogma or reflexive rejection. Applying openness daily. Have constructive debates with someone you disagree with. Play devil's advocate to challenge your own or your team's assumptions. By the end of this chapter, you'll have tools to broaden your perspective and see the world through others' eyes. But engaging with diverse views is just one step. Next, we'll explore decision-making strategies for navigating complex choices. Chapter 8. Strategies for effective decision-making. Imagine standing at a crossroads with endless paths ahead, each representing a different choice, shrouded in fog. This is decision-making, choosing the best path amid uncertainty. In this chapter, we'll explore practical strategies to navigate this process with confidence and wisdom. Decision-making as a process. Decision-making isn't a single moment, but a continuous process. Start by clearly defining the decision and problem. Avoid superficial or incomplete understanding. Frame the problem. What decision needs to be made? What problem are you solving? Gather information. Seek data from diverse sources to build a clear, comprehensive picture. Identify and evaluate options. List all possible choices, including unconventional ones. Ask, what are the expected outcomes? What are the short and long-term risks and rewards? Does this align with my goals and values? Practical decision-making tools. Decision matrix. Create a table comparing options against key criteria to make objective choices. Scenario planning. Imagine possible scenarios for each option. How would you adapt? Balancing logic and intuition. While logic is crucial, don't ignore gut feelings. They often draw on subconscious experience. Navigating uncertainty. Adaptability. Be ready to adjust decisions as new information emerges. Risk tolerance. Sometimes timely action outweighs perfection. Avoiding common pitfalls. Analysis. Paralysis. Don't let fear of mistakes paralyze you. A good decision in time beats a perfect one too late. Herd mentality. Avoid following the majority blindly. Encourage dissent and assign a devil's advocate to challenge assumptions. Strategies for overcoming challenges. The 5 whys. Ask why repeatedly, at least 5 times, to uncover root causes. Eisenhower matrix. Prioritize decisions by urgency and importance. Mental flexibility. Decisions aren't always final. Learn from outcomes and adjust strategies. By the end of this chapter, you'll have tools to make thoughtful, informed decisions even in uncertainty. But effective decision-making requires one more thing: mental resilience. In the next chapter, we'll learn to build this resilience, to transform challenges into growth opportunities. Chapter 9. Building mental resilience. Mental resilience is the cornerstone of thriving amid life's pressures. It's the ability to adapt, recover from setbacks, and grow through challenges. This chapter will equip you with strategies to strengthen this vital skill. Pillars of mental resilience. Self-awareness. Recognize your emotional triggers and thought patterns. Emotional regulation. Practice mindfulness to stay calm under stress. Adaptive thinking. Reframe challenges as opportunities for growth. Strategies for building resilience. Mindfulness meditation. Cultivate present moment awareness to reduce anxiety. Cognitive restructuring. Challenge negative thoughts, e.g., I can't handle this, and replace them with empowering ones. I'll tackle this step by step. Support networks. Lean on trusted friends, mentors, or communities during tough times. Turning challenges into growth. Post-crisis reflection. After a setback, ask, what did I learn? How can I improve? The incremental progress. Focus on small, achievable steps rather than overwhelming goals. By mastering mental resilience, you'll face life's storms with confidence, transforming obstacles into stepping stones for success. Chapter 9. Building mental resilience. Imagine yourself as a sturdy oak tree, standing tall amidst a fierce storm. The winds howl, and the rain beats down heavily, but your roots run deep, and your trunk remains unyielding, unbroken. This is mental resilience, the ability to face life's difficulties, adapt to crises, and emerge stronger than before. What is mental resilience? Mental resilience is not merely the ability to endure or pretend to be strong. It is a dynamic process that involves successfully adapting to challenges, learning from failure, and growing under pressure. Emotional intelligence plays a key role, encompassing the recognition, understanding, and effective management of your emotions. It does not mean suppressing emotions, but dealing with them consciously and clearly. Growth mindset. Believing that your abilities and skills can improve through effort and learning. Embrace challenges as opportunities for growth rather than threats. Support. Network. Build healthy relationships with people who offer support and encouragement. Seeking help when needed is not a sign of weakness, but an indication of self-awareness and strength. Strategies to enhance resilience. Mindfulness meditation. Dedicate time daily to practice mindfulness, focusing on the present moment without judgment. This helps reduce stress and increase mental clarity. Reframing thoughts. Instead of viewing difficult situations as catastrophes, reframe them. For example, instead of saying, I failed, say, I learned a valuable lesson. Setting small goals. When facing a big problem, break it down into small, manageable steps. This reduces feelings of overwhelm and allows you to track progress with each step. Focus on core values. When facing challenges, remind yourself of what truly matters to you. Core values can serve as a compass guiding you through tough times. Facing failures. Analyze and learn from failures instead of dwelling on regret or frustration. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What can I improve in the future? 6. Gradual resilience. Treat failure as an opportunity to build endurance. With each challenge you overcome, you become stronger and better equipped to handle future crises. Maintaining resilience. Mental resilience is not a trait acquired once and for all, but a skill that requires continuous development. Consider every challenge you face as a mental exercise that strengthens your skills and abilities. By the end of this chapter, you will be able to handle difficult situations with greater calm and effectiveness. You will learn how to maintain focus and composure under pressure, and how to turn challenges into opportunities for growth. However, resilience alone is not enough to achieve success in your personal and professional life. You also need effective communication. In the next chapter, we will learn how to combine critical thinking and communication skills to build strong bridges with others. Chapter 10. Critical Thinking and Effective Communication. Effective communication is a fundamental tool for achieving success in personal and professional life. It is not limited to exchanging ideas, but also involves creating mutual understanding between you and others. Critical thinking enhances communication by improving the analysis of ideas, evaluating arguments, and understanding different perspectives. Imagine yourself as an engineer building a bridge between two different minds. One side represents your thoughts and beliefs, and the other represents the thoughts and experiences of others. The bridge here is effective communication, the means that allows us to exchange ideas and work together. Elements of effective communication. Active listening. Fully focus on what the other person is saying without interrupting. Pay attention to body language and tone of voice to understand unspoken messages. Clear expression. Identify your main idea and support it with clear, logical arguments. Use simple words that suit your audience and avoid unnecessary complexity. Constructive dialogue. Do not aim to win an argument but strive to reach a deeper understanding. Use questions like, "What supports your viewpoint?" or "What evidence do you rely on?" The role of critical thinking in communication. Analyzing messages. Evaluate the arguments you receive and look for logical fallacies or hidden assumptions. Preparing responses. Base your responses on evidence, not just emotions. Strategies to improve communication. Flexibility and empathy. Put yourself in the other person's shoes to understand their motivations and feelings. Conflict management. When a discussion heats up, remain calm and seek common ground. Effective communication is a bridge that connects different minds. Through critical thinking, you can improve your ability to listen actively, express yourself clearly, and interact constructively with others. Chapter 11. Applying critical thinking in daily life. Critical thinking is not just a theoretical skill, but a practical tool you can use in your daily life to improve relationships, make informed decisions, and solve problems effectively. By analyzing everyday situations, you can uncover hidden patterns, avoid biases, and make informed choices. Imagine wearing special glasses that allow you to see the world with new clarity, revealing hidden patterns and underlying assumptions that influence your decisions. Critical thinking gives you these glasses and changes the way you interact with daily life. Applying critical thinking in relationships. 1. Understanding conflicts. When in disagreement with someone close, pause and analyze the situation. What are the real causes of the conflict? Ask yourself, are there hidden assumptions causing misunderstandings? 2. Clear communication. Use your skills to express your thoughts clearly and understand others' perspectives. For example, if you face a recurring issue with your partner about household chores, ask, is this really about the chores, or is it about feeling unappreciated? At work, use critical thinking to identify the root causes of problems, such as project delays. Ask, is the issue related to resources, unclear goals, or poor communication? As a consumer and citizen. Analyzing information. When reading an article or watching an ad, ask yourself, what is the source of this information? Is the evidence provided reliable? Making informed decisions. When making a purchase or taking a political stance, ensure you rely on accurate information, not just opinions or biases. Tips for application. Start small. Choose a daily situation, like reading news or planning your day, and apply critical thinking to it. Stay open to learning. The more you practice critical thinking, the more you will discover new ways to improve your life. Critical thinking is a practical skill that can be applied to enhance all aspects of your life, whether dealing with relationships, work challenges, or daily decisions. This tool provides deeper insight and enables better choices. Chapter 12. Ethical Considerations in Critical Thinking. Critical thinking is not just a tool for analyzing information and solving problems. It also requires considering ethical values and decisions that affect others. Ethics play a crucial role in guiding our actions and helping us make responsible and honest decisions. Imagine yourself in front of a large canvas filled with intertwined colors and lines. This canvas represents the complex ethical issues we face daily. Critical thinking helps you understand the patterns and connections between these issues and make decisions based on clear values. What is ethical thinking? Ethical thinking is the process of analyzing what is right or good in a given situation, considering the impact on yourself and others. It goes beyond personal tendencies or societal values to ask deeper questions about justice and responsibility. Steps in ethical thinking. Identifying ethical issues. Be aware of ethical challenges in your decisions. For example, accepting a job at a company whose activities may harm the environment. Analyzing issues systematically. Use ethical frameworks like utilitarianism, what benefits the majority, duty ethics, what must be done regardless of outcomes, or virtue ethics, what reflects the best qualities of character. Balancing conflicting values. In complex situations, ethical principles may conflict. For example, a doctor may face a conflict between respecting a patient's privacy and informing their family about a critical condition. Common ethical pitfalls. E. Moral relativism. Assuming all ethical opinions are equal. Critical thinking helps you evaluate the reasons behind each ethical stance. Personal biases. Personal desires may influence your decisions. Checking your motivations helps you remain honest. Making ethical decisions. Weigh the pros and cons. Consider long-term impacts on yourself and others, and be prepared to adjust your stance if new information arises. Critical thinking is incomplete without considering the ethical dimension. By systematically analyzing ethical issues, you can make decisions characterized by integrity and responsibility, enhancing your self-confidence and the respect others have for you. Chapter 13. Continuous Learning and Self-Improvement. Critical thinking is not a skill acquired once, but a continuous process that requires ongoing development. Through continuous learning and self-improvement, you can enhance your intellectual abilities, face challenges with confidence, and discover new possibilities in every aspect of your life. Imagine yourself as an artist standing before a block of marble. Each strike reveals new details in the statue you are creating. This block represents your mind, and the chisel is learning. Every day is an opportunity to refine your skills and develop your vision. The importance of continuous learning. Expanding knowledge. Continuous learning helps you stay informed and keep up with changes in the world around you. Enhancing critical thinking. The more you know, the better equipped you are to evaluate information and analyze complex issues. Strategies for continuous learning. 1. Asking questions regularly. Never stop questioning. Every question is the start of a new exploration. Stepping out of your comfort zone. Learn new subjects or skills that may seem challenging at first. Practical learning. Apply what you learn in real life to deepen understanding. Self-reflection. Regularly assess your progress. What have you learned? What skills need development? Overcoming obstacles in learning. Lack of time. Dedicate even a short amount of time daily to learning. Low motivation. Always remember your goal for learning. Why did you start? Enhancing self-improvement. Use feedback to improve your performance. Learn from mistakes and consider them opportunities for growth. Continuous learning is the key to success in a constantly changing world. By developing a curious mindset, practicing your skills regularly, and facing new challenges, you can build a resilient and ever-evolving mind. Chapter 14. Conclusion and Future. Outlook. Critical thinking is not just a tool for solving problems or improving decisions. It is a comprehensive approach to life. By developing and consistently practicing this skill, you can face future challenges with confidence and creativity. Critical thinking is your compass, guiding you through a world full of opportunities and challenges. Imagine yourself as an explorer standing on the threshold of an unknown world filled with possibilities and risks. The future is full of rapid changes, from technological advancements to environmental and social issues. In this uncertain world, critical thinking is your essential tool for adapting to changes and making informed decisions. Applying critical thinking in the future. More. At work. Use critical thinking to solve organizational problems and adapt to changes in the job market. Be prepared to learn from failures and new developments in your field. In daily life. Make informed decisions based on facts, not emotions or biases. Evaluate the information you receive, whether through news or social media, to protect yourself from misinformation. In global issues. Think deeply about major challenges like climate change, inequality, and technological innovations. Be part of the solution by contributing to constructive discussions and making responsible decisions. The ongoing journey. Critical thinking is not an endpoint, but a continuous journey. Every day presents a new opportunity to develop this skill, whether through analyzing a simple situation or facing a major challenge. You are now equipped with one of the most powerful tools a person can possess: the ability to think critically. Use this skill wisely and make it a part of your daily life. Remember, your journey with critical thinking is not just for personal success, but also for making a positive impact on the world around you.